Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you are all settling into 2024 well. I am, like most of you, getting ready to put my Christmas stuff away. But before I do, I always start my next year's box to collect items for my December daily for the year. So this box is, I'm putting it together and I'll show you what I put in here. By no means do I use all of it, but I just pull from my stash. Basically, I've been doing it for a year because I already knew last year that I was going to do woodlands for 2024. So I've already got a lot of stuff in here, but I just want to show you, this is just one of these plastic 12 by 12 boxes. You know, you can get them anywhere. And I have pulled out already some 12 by 12 papers that I thought would go with the theme. And like I said, by no means will I be using all of this. Anything that I don't use gets put back into the file with my general Christmas stuff. So I'm just going to move this big box to the side here because I cannot keep it up here and work. So we're just going to go through a couple of the categories that I have that I need to go in there. And because of the way the box is, you know, you want your bigger papers on the bottom and the small stuff on top. I'm not putting my stickers on the top, but I am putting this big sticker sheet on the bottom because it is a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I love some of these colors here. I think that some of these things will work well with the woodland theme. So I'm just going to stick that right underneath there with the papers. Most of this other stuff up here is more like embellishment things. So I'm going to go through with you real quick what I've got. I did pull out some wrapping paper, pieces of wrapping paper. This is just, you know, like this. And then this one has some woodsy stuff with some bunnies on it. I thought that might be cute. Now I've got this big, I don't even know where I got this big sheet or sheets. Okay, this one is just plain brown. That, like, craft colored, that's not going to be used. But I thought this one was cute with the little snowmen on it. It's got green snowmen and Christmas trees on it, but I don't need a whole bunch because if anything, it would just be used for making some embellishments or just to glue stick onto one page. So even this big sheet is too much. So I don't want to crowd myself. Even these 12 by 12 boxes that I use every year do tend to get overly full. And when I put away this year's leftovers from my December daily, there was a lot. It took me probably a half an hour to get everything sorted out and put back in its, you know, the stickers with stickers, whatever, because it just kind of gets messed up. But I do now have a more reasonable piece of that tissue. And this bunny, if this is more than one page, let's get rid of one. It is more than one page. So I'm definitely going to do the same thing with this bunny paper. It's as cute as can be, this tissue paper with the bunnies on it. But good night. You know, I don't need that much for one journal. I'm going to have to do some research on YouTube or Pinterest and see what I can do with tissue paper to, you know, preserve it, to keep it, you know, but I don't want to just keep making page after page with the same tissue paper because you want your December dailies to, you want them to look like your style, but you don't want them year after year to look like the same thing, right? That's kind of why I pick themes to go with, because it kind of makes it so that it gets varied a little bit. All right, so now I have a more reasonable piece of the bunny tissue too. I didn't realize I had so much of that. So I've got these two tissues and then this little bit of, this is actual wrapping paper. So we're gonna put that in the box. Then I have got pages from, this isn't probably anything you would have. I bought a book on pine trees. It was a hardback book, a vintage book on pine trees, but it had all these cool pictures of just different pines, different kind of pines and stuff. Well, since I'm doing a woodlands theme and my embellishments are really beautiful, these are Simple Stories woodland bits, and then this is Minte's White Christmas, and it is also kind of woodlandy. These are beautiful embellishments here, and I thought that they would go really nice, like the deer or something, over this black and white pine. So obviously I'm not going to use all of this. There's a lot there, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Whatever, you know, I don't use, like I said, will go somewhere else. Let's see what else we got. Okay, I've got some stationery items here. I've got some envelopes. This just has some green on it. This one is just like a wintry scene with a fence. This is just a plain little old envelope with some brown looking holly berries. This is more of this paper stationery from here. This beautiful card. I bought a bunch of cards for $2. It was in I think my last haul video, and it had this lovely little picture of this snowman with the fox and the badger and a bunny and a hare, I guess. This might actually be the cover, be part of the cover of my journal. And then I have this beautiful vintage card here of Santa. And then I just have this beautiful piece of paper with this little angel here. And then this is just a card that says December. This is like, instead of using a bingo card in the junk journal, you can use one of these. It came off from a cut apart page. So I have that. So I'm going to go ahead and put those things in. Now, let's see what else we have. Oh, here's some more stationery. See, I had the box started and then I pulled some more stuff. So the stationery stuff actually has to come back out because I need to put it all together. Now I have some more of this paper. I had one sheet of paper. It's a stationery set that had paper sheets like that, but then it also had the cards, matching cards and envelopes. So I think this is actually a whole bunch of cards, not one. It is a whole bunch. So I'm getting rid of those and I'm just keeping one. So I've got those, and then I have this beautiful picture card of a fox, and I've got a card with a cabin in the woods in the snow, and then just this cute polar bear. And I think, is that all the cards? No, I have one more card or two more cards here. This one that says Winter Wishes, and that's again, one of those deer or something would look beautiful in front of that. And then the last cards I think I have two more here. This will be the one that I use for the 24th. If you can see, it's the Nativity, but it's kind of a rustic looking Nativity. So that one will be used on the 24th. And then this one is just, it's got the plaid and everything. So with the little card, it says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. So these then are all my cards. So these are going to go together in the box. Now I found, which I didn't realize I had, but like I said, I had started this box last year already. I found some pages that were already made for my journal from 2022, which was rustic themed. And I guess I didn't use these papers, but these can also be used for the woodland. So I have some pages already cut and made. And then I found this little page in a book, and it's a child's book, and it's got these cute little birds on it, and then this little boy with the foot tracks. I thought for woodlands that would be cute. So we're going to use that. And here are some more paper scraps here. I'm trying to keep the stuff kind of organized here. I know you're thinking, what the heck? She's not organized at all. These are just pages from you know, when you get the Reader's Digest books and you got them, well, these were just pretty pictures. This is like inside the house looking out into the woods where it's all snowy, and then this is like a whole valley scene in the snow. So I thought that those might make good pages. And then, okay, here's the rest of the pages that I had here from, I think, from the rustic theme that didn't get used. So I already have quite a few pages made. I usually put in about, because I do it 31 days, I usually put in about 35 pieces of paper, but then I also add cards and envelopes, you know, like things like that bingo or that December card or whatever. So it's usually larger than that, but then just like every year, I end up taking some stuff out because I've put more stuff in. I have this little paper pack. This is Miss Sparkle and Company back in the day. This has a lot of rusticy, and I want to finish these. I mean, there are some goldy ones I won't use, but this also has plaids and stuff. So I'll use that. And then I'm not even sure where I got this one. I have no idea. This must have come from the crop or something. It's Christmas. I don't even know who made this, but it's beautiful paper. It's perfect for a woodlands theme. The colors and everything are just stunning. And so this is definitely going to be used because this is 6.5 by 4.5. These are pages that are ready to go. I just have to tear them out and punch the holes in them. They're not quite as big as what you need for the standard old-fashioned Reader Digest. You need 5 by 7.5. These are a little bit smaller, but I don't like my pages in my December daily to be, or any journal, to all be the same size. So these are like pages, like page things. So I'm going to put those in the box. All right, now I have, let's see here, what do I have? I've just got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, I've got some small ephemera bits here, little pieces like this tree, this pine tree, which could be a Christmas tree. Cut off, here's some more pieces of, or pictures from pine trees and stuff. I think these might have come also from that book that I showed you earlier, but those would make great additions to a Woodlands December daily. So this little box from year to year, this holds my little ephemera pieces. So I'm going to put those little pictures in there. I have some other stuff in here already that, like this is just from tags, gift tags, the backing for some vintage gift tags that I have, but it's like this really nice dark green. So I thought that would make like a good tag or something like that. And just some magazine pictures of crafts made from pine cones and things. Little bird cut from a greeting card. Some red thread, like woolly thread. Just little bits and bobs. And then I have some other pieces of fibers and stuff that I can put in this little box here. And this will also get, when I open the packages, these packages here, a lot of the smaller pieces will go in here so I don't lose them. But right now I'm just setting that little thing up. I do have some napkins. I've got this one of this like church in the woods in the snow. I've got this vintage one that says welcome with the cabin. And then I've got this one, a piece of one. I must have used this in another one. And it's these snowmen, but they're kind of woodland looking, I think. So these napkins, I think these are the only napkins I have, so I can put those in the box. I am not going to honestly need to buy anything for this December daily because it is already so much stuff that I have. Now these are just, I don't even know. This is a cut off, a cut apart here, but it's got this beautiful cardinal on it. A journaling card, some scraps of paper. Like I said, just little bits and bobs. We're going to hold on to this stuff. Here's some other journaling cards, some other scraps from paper, like these pine trees here, that I just think will be good additions to the journal, but not the small little bits Well, maybe these cards, let me just see. This cannot be too tall or the box won't close. I think the tags will be okay. These tags will be okay, but I think these are a little bit bumpy. So I think these things, and then I have this. This was cut from a gift bag, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to cut them apart and use them separately, but I loved this gift bag. It's so cute with these snowmen. So I am going to just put all that stuff in the box together and keep going. So let's see here. This is kind of big. Let's get rid of this. This is my stickers. Now these are all stickers that I have pulled out of my big Christmas sticker thing, and obviously I'm not going to use all these stickers. But something about this pack of stickers is a lot of these are not going to be seen another year. Like there's only 1 or 2 stickers on a lot of these sheets. I don't want to throw them away. That's just not being a good steward. As sick of them as I can be, there are still some cute stickers on here. So a lot of these things are not going to, they're going to be completely used up in my 2024 journal. So it looks like a lot, but it's really not as much as it seems. Then I have, this is interesting. It's just like film strip, like it looks like film strip paper, but it's all pictures of like pine trees and woodsy things and whatever. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. I think I did use a couple pieces of this in my rustic journal, but I'm going to go ahead and stick this in since it's got trees and outdoors and everything. We're getting down there, guys. We are getting down there. So here are some stamps, some Christmas stamps. Again, I probably won't use them all, but there are certain things like the deers here, and this is the Scandi Christmas, and so it's all like Scandinavian looking, but I won't use some of it, but because it's woodland, I think a lot of these might work. And then I have this one from crepe paper. I just like the pines here, and I do like this Merry and Bright, the way that's written. Here's another one from crepe paper. It's got the little deer in the snow globe, the wreath with the pine, and some pine trees, holly. And then there's this one here from Stampin' Up, which has the deer, which you can put in the Scandinavian sweater, and it's got pine, and then it's got these real pretty candles that you can decorate. So I thought that might be nice for stamps for this journal. Honestly, I think that my 2023, when we go through it, my next video will be the flip through of my 2023 December daily. I don't think I used any of the stamps that I had put in there. I honestly don't believe I did. Okay, now these are just vintage cards, like pieces from vintage Christmas cards, and there's trees and snowflakes and things like that, plus the white backs, or you know how the old cards get kind of stained, like they get that gray patina? That's what this is, and I use these for all kinds of embellishments or backing things, so those are going in. Now I showed you these two already. These are the highlight, these great die cuts that I have, but I have these, it says party, oh, these are supposed to be like doilies, but they're not. They're cut, they're shaped like pines, and there's all different ones in here. They're like more like paper die cuts, not cardboard die cuts, but like paper die cuts. So these are perfect for woodlands. And then this little package here, this came from my leftovers from my rustic one, and this has all kinds of little picture cutouts, little pieces of paper, some just odds and ends that came from my rustic one. And since it was already made, because I started this box actually when I had just finished the rustic one, knowing I would skip a year and do the retro one, which I did for 2023. But this is kind of already put together, these little things. Now what I will probably do when I shut the video off is move some of these smaller pieces into this little box. And this little box also goes in the big box. It will close and it will be fine. I do it every year. So I'm going to put some of that stuff in there. Then the last couple things I have here, I've got these wood they're ornaments, but they're different kinds of snowflakes. And then I have some other wood pieces in here, like deers and arrows and stars. And I'm really thinking that maybe I might put one of these or a couple of these on the cover of my journal, depending whether I use that card or that I showed you with the snowman or something else. I don't know. So then the last thing, which I'm not going to make you watch, is this is just a sheet from the I Spy Christmas book, which I love those books. If you see those books, they are fantastic for ephemera making, page making. The pictures are stunning. But this is just the, you know, the boring title page. But it does have these deers on it and this little feather tree here. So I'm going to cut those little guys out, and maybe the little bell or something, and those will go in here to be used as little ephemera. And all of that just gets tucked into that box and put away till, I don't know, maybe around October is when I usually make my actual the bones of my journal. And then, of course, I don't start decorating it until December 1st. So, Lord willing, if I'm still here, that's the plan. So, guys, I just wanted to show you, before you put away your Christmas stuff, if you already kind of know which way you're going to head for your next December daily or your first December daily, go through your stuff and see what catches your eyes and whatever, and pull it out. And that's half the battle. And I already know, going through this stuff now, I need nothing. I need to buy nothing for my December 2024 December daily. So guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it inspired you. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. Bye-bye.